Yeah. Somewhere around half a dozen miles out.
Fair enough.
Back again. Sure. Quite all right with us. We welcome the chance to slug it out with your army. If you can call it that. We are Sauron's masters of misery. His agents of agony. We suck every last ounce of life from your body and replace it all with pain.
Okay.
We await your order.
So while James is off doing that,
He thinks he can scare us off with
Raycor sets some like magical boundary, and he explains to you that, hey, I wanna cast a spell, and if like something crosses the boundary to like this vicinity, then like an alarm is gonna go off in your mind. And he asks you whether or not you're willing to consent to that. And that's directed at Dirk. That the wizard is setting up camp while James is out scouting, and he wants to set a magical perimeter to where if anything crosses that perimeter, then an alarm will go off in your mind. But
Creepy, heck no.
And he wants to, yeah, he wants. Emily says, "Creepy, heck no." Yeah, so yeah, basically, if something crosses the boundary, then it'll wake you up or whatever, so that so if you consent to that, then he'll include you in on the spell. Okay.
They're attacking the gatehouse!
Yeah. What's the point? He's limited.
The gatehouse is under attack!
Well, that's actually the guy who was casting it spell was with the enemies before, and he was like, "I got captured by them, and thank you for killing the bad guys. Well, I'm a good guy, and I just got captured by the bad guys." Emily says it's a trap. She says that Raycor is working with the bad guys. And it's just funny because she had no idea that Raycor was working with the bad guys. Oh, hey, Kevin. You and I need to roleplay something. We need to roleplay something that happened before we were at camp tonight. So,
Keep going to the training grounds.
do you remember back at the riverbank fight? When we were going about looting stuff, and you looted the body of the spellcaster dude who had opened the portal, and you found this orb, and I made you all make will saves, and you failed. So, and at that time, I told you that you began to develop an unnatural fascination with the orb. Like it began to fester in your mind, a desire to possess it, a desire to control it, a desire to have it. Well, over time, that has like crept into your subconscious, and so upon being told that you're being sent away from Susan, who you know Susan has it, you are compelled to attempt to steal it. And so that's all I'm going to say, and I want you to try to get it in whatever way you can before you leave. What does Dirk do? Oh yeah, you weren't there. Okay, so you would have had an opportunity after the briefing happened that morning. You could have tried to take an opportunity, because then you knew that you were going to be sent off and that Susan was going to stay. You would have had an opportunity to make an attempt at it at any point during the day while we went to go set up the base of operations, while we went to go secure that area, and then up to the point where you guys left to go on your scouting mission. So none of this was at night and nobody was asleep. No, you're the one who was leaving. Brown was staying to secure the base of operations and make sure that if anything happened there, that he'd be there to repel any sort of attack. And so you're the one who's leaving. He probably has it in his haversack. Because, yeah, he carries, he has a haversack. And pretty much everything is in his haversack except for his shield and his club and potentially his spellbook. But the spellbook is probably actually still in his haversack. Need that for it. So, yeah, he has a shield and a club and a haversack and a bunch of other gear that he's wearing, like belt, boots, stuff like that. So if he has it on him, then it's in his haversack. Which, your character has a haversack, doesn't it? Or do you just have a... Is it just like a bag of poultice?
This will hurt.
Okay, so the way that a bag of holding works, and that you're familiar with it because you have one, is that when you put your hand in, you think of an item that you want, that you know is stored in it. You like think about that item and you start retrieving it, and then your hand finds that item like automatically. And so, assuming that that's how the haversack works, all you need to do is get your hand inside the sack and will for the orb and be sneaky about it. You're playing Shadows of War right now, right? James, make a hide check for him. Kevin, you got a 42 on your hide check. So yeah, you sneak around to the point where nobody sees you sneaking around. Nobody notices that you're stalking Andrew, let alone Andrew. Make a sleight of hand check, James. Alright, 9 plus 24 is 33. Okay, so with a 33 sleight of hand check, you manage to open the clasp on the handy haversack, get your hand inside without Susan noticing. You go for the orb to come to you, and it does. And you even go so far as to be able to latch the haversack back. Nobody notices. You now are in possession of the orb. Okay, so very, very well done. You sneaky rogue.
I don't feel good assistant.
I do not die.
So probably the way that Derek feels about it is he has an unnatural compulsion to possess it, but that's about as far as it goes. I'm not going to tell you what you think about the orb or whatever, or what you would want to try to do with the orb. Just that you are Okay. Yeah. So you go. What do you do? What are you gonna do? Find a quiet spot. Like, what are you gonna do? Ooh. Kevin has used magic device. Hold on.
You are now Gollum.
He's everywhere.
Emily. Nope, Emily's watching. I was going to tell her, but then, yeah. Okay, you are in possession of Palantir, and you're about to, yeah. You remember that scene where Pippin, like, grabs hold of the Palantir? Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So let's see how this ends.
I am an orc,
we'll use magic device
and this fort will be ours again.
Seriously, like, me being responsible for him being...
you can tell Kevin that he's gonna have to make his own check. That's fine.
The end is within our grasp. We have shown the Dark Lord our strength. We have taught him the folly of challenging us. Now he knows that the Bright Lord and his army will not be stopped. Mordor will soon
You don't want to be party to this. No. We're not necessarily in Roll20 either, but just, you know.